With 2020 finally coming to an end, many of us just can't wait to move on and look for brighter futures for 2021. And despite everything that's happened in the world this year, which you don't need me to explain any further, many young people from around the world have used this year to better themselves both professionally and personally. So let's see what our fellow Gen Zers have to say.
Hello, I'm Pauline. I'm a student and I'm also the co-founder of Women Invest.
Hiya, I'm Presence and I'm the founder of Stars of Action and also a university student.
My name is Milana Rezik and I'm from Massachusetts here in the United States. I know that 2020 has been a crazy year for us all, but I know for me, I personally learned a lot this year.
My name is Joe Knowles and I'm a third year design craft student studying at Leicester de Montfort University. I'm based in the East Midlands.
Hi, I'm Mutiara. I am an Indonesian who's currently based in Malaysia. I'm pursuing my master's degree in Human Resource Development at University Putra Malaysia, UPM.
I'm Reza, the production and social media coordinator for GenZ Talks, and I'm based here in Newcastle in the northeast of England.
I'm Nathaniel. I'm a GenZ educator and the CEO of Future Minds Network, where we've helped 11,000 youth worldwide to build the skills, mindset, and their own jobs to thrive in an uncertain future. And we do this through entrepreneurship.
Introducing another individual of Generation Z is me, Robert Lundgren Jones, and founder of Lundgren Tools. I essentially own a tour operating company where we provide guided tour experiences around the north of England and Scotland.
Let's face it, this year just hasn't been the best, with our initial plans just going down the drain. But I would say my biggest accomplishments for this year is probably in the beginning of this year, before the first lockdown in March, was when I completed an internship with Nevada Studios and I got to work on really interesting projects, including being a part of a project for Discovery Channel.
I obtained my real estate license. I also started creating content on social media platforms, especially LinkedIn, and I've gotten really good at that.
So for 2020, which has been a really tough year for me, I think an achievement is the fact that I really went out of the way to seek for opportunities. I became a lot more proactive, and in that sense, I actually end up meeting really interesting people from other countries, and I've also been able to accumulate many different kinds of work experiences.
My highlights of 2020 include, but not limited to, getting fitter and more active, reaffirming and renewing relationships with friends and family, and volunteering regularly at a local food bank.
As someone whose business relies solely on in-person interaction and travel, COVID hit hard. But it also pushed me to think outside of the box and embrace creativity digitally. This year, we helped students across the world to officially become TEDx speakers, manage companies with over 50 employees, and gain financial freedom. We've experienced our biggest year ever, with the internet increasing global connectivity, reaching into corners of the world that we couldn't even imagine in 2019.
Despite everything that's happened in 2020, there has actually been quite a lot of achievements and highlights for Lundgren Tools. To start off, we became part of the Erasmus Student Network, the largest student association in Europe, which is a massive deal for the business as we deal with a lot of Erasmus and international students coming into the local universities here, so that's been fantastic. We did actually manage to provide COVID-19 secure trips every Saturday and Sunday in October and a few in September as well, which was amazing. The amount of effort and commitment put into our team and by our partners and clients as well to make sure that trips could still go ahead. It was honestly the highlight of a lot of the student experience, definitely the highlight of my social life this year. I've also managed to get into quite a good organisation that next year is selling tools to American clients and travel agents, so we can see a lot more American tourism coming into the area. That's a very exciting opportunity for Lundgren Tools.
Being selected as a vice president in Indonesian Student Association at my university. I'm also selected as a public relation executive in a global online broadcasting radio owned by Indonesian student associations that have listeners and teams from around the world. I'm also selected as a public relation executive at Overseas Indonesian Students Association Alliance that is specifically handling and supervising 14 different countries in Asia, Oceania region. Besides this, I also got my first job as a marketing operation freelancer in a online shopping platform, namely Line Shopping.
The highlight is definitely meeting every single person I've met before, because I used to be a massive introvert and talking to people was the scariest thing, and so I have not met a single person that hasn't inspired me in some way. I started a podcast, The Starts of Action, and that has literally changed everything for me, because it's made me from someone who used to be really scared of talking to people to someone who just loves conversations.
I hope that I could join a lot of international associations that focusing on youth development, as I have an interest in that field. I also hope that I could finish up my thesis for my master's study as soon as possible, maintaining my CGPA, get a better job and salary, being able to go back to Indonesia to meet my families and friends, and start a new business.
And for 2021, I hope to continue having that spirit to seek more opportunities, to find new ways to learn. But at the same time, I hope to be able to achieve a better work-life balance. I think sometimes I get really excited with the opportunities that I have, and I forget to take care of myself.
My goals for 2021 are to continue on my journey of getting fitter and more healthy, graduating from my degree and entering hopefully into the world of work, into a job where I can be fully passionate about.
One of my goals is to create more videos and create more content and just work on storytelling going into 2021. I also plan to build up my real estate business and learn how to scale it from scratch, so I'm looking forward to that as well.
It's definitely trying to move on to the next chapter of my career, whether that's finding a dream role, where I want to be career-wise in anything digital media and content creation, which is what I love to do. I really want to make the most of networking as well for 2021.
One of my biggest personal goals will be remember that success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. You don't know how to appreciate what you've achieved. When will it ever be enough? It definitely doesn't mean you have to be happy all the time, because the depth of the human experience is an emotional roller coaster. But it means it's okay to be proud of yourself and be happy when you've achieved a goal, instead of always wanting more.
Number one is getting through uni, doing well in uni, and number two, it's going to be really learning more about business and entrepreneurship, exploring more about myself, just to try to find my passion more, but also share my message via the podcast, The Starts of Action, and really focus on growing the podcast, reaching more people, reaching more audience, and try to inspire as many people as I can through the podcast, and just work on continually improving myself as a person.
Well, I'd like to be the leading student tour operator in the northeast of England, and I don't think we're that far away from that goal, and it's very exciting to be part of that, but that will involve essentially universities choosing Lundgren Tours to be their chosen trip provider for 2021 and expanding that as well, having more bigger trips, overnight trips to the Scottish Highlands. I think I'd like to go on holiday for a start. I think we all deserve a holiday. I don't know where, I don't know why, I'm not sure I really care, I just want to have a nice holiday.
Cheers to 2021, but may we never forget the lessons that 2020 brought us.